you want to hit record. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys what I've been going through with the last however long I've been going through this, honestly, at this point. And this is where this is coming from. So basically, I have leaned on Ashley a lot this last week, and thank God for her because I have been in this struggle of like, I am putting so much work and energy into myself and into the things that I love and fitness and learning. Like, you guys, I'm so into fitness right now that I'm reading a book about muscle mechanics so I can learn how to lift better, so I can learn how to lift heavier. So I'm trying to like incorporate all of this stuff. And in my mind, I'm like, I am doing, God, literally everything that I know how to do in this situation, and yet my body is still not wanting to release weight for whatever reason, right? And on my end, that's very, very frustrating. And we have all been in a situation where we are pushing so hard to work towards something where, we think that we're doing everything right. Yes, God, yeah, I know. It's a woman thing, God. I can't tell you how many times people have been like, well, is it that time of the month? I'm like, no, it's not that time of the month. Leave me alone. But we've all been in this situation, whether it's weight loss or this, job or any other job where we are working so hard towards something. We think that we are doing everything right. And yet we just keep hitting this wall. And it's very frustrating. Like, and you want to throw up your hands and you're like, okay, fuck it. Like, I give up. I'm done. This shouldn't be this hard. But in these conversations, like I literally told Ashley that I'm like, this should not be this freaking hard. Like, what am I doing wrong? And she just kind of had to bring me back to this place where it's like, okay, no, it's not that you're doing anything wrong, but maybe look at this a little bit differently, right? Like, this is something that people struggle with. This is why people don't succeed in their fitness journey. This is why people don't succeed in their businesses or as an entrepreneur or in anything that you're going to do in this lifetime. This is the wall that people hit after they've been working so hard, and then they just give up. They're like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to. And we have to shift that mindset the way that Ashley did that for me. Like, this is a vision thing. Your life is a vision. You can't like expect to, like, the best way I could put it is you can't expect to wash your face like one day a week and wake up with like clear, beautiful, glowing skin. This is stuff that you have to incorporate into your everyday life, right? Like, fitness for me is not just trying to change my body. Fitness for me is, I need fitness for my mental health. I need fitness so I can calm the demons in my mind. I need fitness so I know at the end of the day that I'm a badass bitch and I don't care what anyone else has to say about it, right? Like, that's my outlet. So we need to like take that back, right? Like, this isn't, yes, we're in a competition, but this isn't just about changing my body. There's little wins, maybe I'm losing inches, maybe this, maybe that. This is a journey. This is a vision. I wake up every day and I'm like, okay, how can I fuel my body today? I don't want to eat sugar because sugar will make me tired, So there's things like in my business. Even then, you can apply these principles to your business. Like, there's stuff that you wake up and you know that you have to do it. You know you have to wash your face. You know you have to brush your teeth. Like, these are basic foundations of things. And sometimes we need to take that vision into account because this is not going to be the year that we stop and start again. This is not going to be the year where we give up and we throw our hands up and then we resort back, 4 months in our business or 5 pounds. We're like, God, if I only just had stuck with the basics, the healthy principles that I know how to do every day, then I wouldn't be a step back. At least I would just be in the same healthy position that I was in if I didn't just throw my hands up when it got a little bit tough. And I posted the other day on my story, it's like, instant gratification, you guys, is really, really pretty, but it doesn't build grit. you know, Shay gets on here and she says she shows up for that one person every day. And all the battles that we go through, all the battles that we've ever had to face or endure in this life, in a journey, in, you know, a lot of you guys are moms, or a lot of you guys, like Grace, you're going to school. Like, regardless of what your wall is right now, we gotta change it into a vision. This is not going to be the year that we start over. You're going to have to face this stuff in order to help the next person go through this. And that's why we show up, right? That's why we pour into ourselves so much, is so we can show the next person that it doesn't have to be that hard, honey. It doesn't have to be that hard. And we have a great opportunity here because we have this community, right? Like, I can't, you guys, I can't tell you how Ashley and Becca and Amanda have pulled me through the last couple of weeks. Good God. And I wouldn't have any of those people without this tribe. I wouldn't have any of those people without Thrive. God, I wouldn't even be able to get up and do and push through that wall every day if I didn't have Thrive. I would be sitting in my bed, feeling sorry for myself, like not being able to push through that wall. So I know that we get to these positions where we're really frustrated and we want to throw our hands up. But we can't allow ourselves to do that anymore. Maybe for a couple days. But we're not going to go weeks and weeks and weeks and self-sabotage to resort back to where we were just fighting so freaking hard to get out of. Right? This is not going to be the year that we self-sabotage. So lean on your side sisters. Lean on this community. Like, if you need help, we got you. Any one of the girls in this tribe would be happy to help you. Outside Thrive, whatever. Like, we want you to be okay. Jess and Shay have said that multiple times. Like, your mental health, your heart is what's going to bring you through. Thrive can't fix everything, but this community, that's when you lean on. That's why we have this, right? So it's a hard season, I know, but we got to figure out how to push through those walls. And if you need creative solutions, let's get creative. You know, if you need to take a sidestep and go down a different lane to try to be like, okay, let's try something else. That's scary too, but it's a lot scarier than feel like you're taking a step back. Like I got hit with another wall today, and it's a scary change. But you know what? It's gonna be okay, because this is nothing that we haven't endured before. But every new level brings a new devil. So I want you to remember that. You can't get to the next until you face like whatever roadblock that you're trying to push against. So even if it takes you a little time, sit in it and try to learn it so that you can help that next girl. Be like, okay, switch your mindset. Like, this isn't it, maybe it's not a weight loss thing for you. Maybe it's something else. So don't give up. I love you guys. You're strong. Ashley, I kind of took the floor there. Do you want to say anything?
No, you're good. All right. Just making sure that y'all can hear me and I sound okay. Hold on. Just making sure that everything's good. All right. So to kind of piggyback off a little bit and to kind of add on to that, as far as like finding your vision. One of the biggest things that I will take, because like with everything that's happening right now that the company has dropped for us with Ultimate Thriver, and then this Operation Winning, like matching bonuses, it can feel so overwhelming, and it can feel like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. And we can, because trust me, there's been plenty of times where there's been something big that's happened and it's like back to back stuff. And I felt that where I'm like, oh crap, I don't know what I don't know how I'm going to juggle this. And the best thing, one that I will say, is take a breath. Take a deep breath with this, because you don't want to put yourself in that downward spiral where then you want to quit, because that's what happens. You put so much pressure on yourself saying, well, I have to hit all of the things. I got to hit this, and this. And you gas out. You're like, screw this, I'm done. And because you're not getting the instant results that you want, you're ready to give up. And that's even the same, like Britt was talking about, like when it comes to a fitness journey, we get into this headspace where we put these unrealistic expectations on ourselves. And that's really what it is. We put this unrealistic, you know how you get the ones that reach into your inbox when they see transformation pictures? They're like, well, I want to lose 30 pounds in like 2 weeks. First of all, that's not going to happen in any reality unless you just want to like crash and burn, because no, that's unhealthy. And that's what happens. People put these unrealistic goals of, you know, I want to drop so much weight by this X amount of time. And then they may do it and it may be incredible, but as quickly as they dropped it is as quickly as they're going to gain it back. And so as quickly, you know, this is why we tell you guys, like, don't rush a rank. Don't rush a rank. Guys, I'm still sitting on 4K, and it'll be 2 years since I hit that rank. I'm not rushing 12K. 12K is going to come when it's meant to come. It's all in the timing. And that is the important thing. A lot of times sometimes we talk about how we get girls that sign up because they're on fire, they're ready to go, and then they quit within a month because, oh, well, I didn't get that rank, or I didn't get that comma paycheck that I deserve to get, because that's what goes on in their mind. They feel like, well, I put in the time, so give me my compensation for showing up. Okay, first of all, you hopped on a Zoom? Have you watched a team training? Are you self-developing? Are you pouring into yourself? Are you checking where your mindset is? Because if your mindset is, I just want to make a quick buck, then you are in the wrong place, because that's not what it's about. Yes, that residual income is great and it's beautiful. But at the end of the day, this is about becoming the best version of yourself. This is about, you know, learning more about you. I will tell you this, and Jess can testify to this because Jess has known me for a very long time. I am not the person that she once met in high school. And I'm certainly not the person that she met when I started this business almost 3 years ago. I'm a totally different person. And that's really what it's about. It's about that self-growth. It is about it's about, you know, learning different things about you. But take the time to get to know yourself. Because I guarantee you, those of us that are moms, we lost who we were once these kids were born. It was all about our children, because that was our priority, because we left with this stigma of kids come first, forget who you are. You're not meant to be the woman that you're supposed to be. And we fed into that lie. We fed into the lie that we no longer mattered. Husbands and dads could be who they wanted to be, but us as women, we no longer were important anymore. And so now we're trying to get that back. And that is something that I love about what we've created on this team, is that we want you to find you again, because you deserve that. And that is why it is so important to take care of your health, to take care of your mindset, to take care of who you are, because that's the best way that we can be the best moms that we need to be for our families. But if we're not taking care of us, that ship is going to sink. And I've shared that before. One of the biggest things, and I shared this on my podcast the other day, was when you are doing something, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure you're doing this for yourself. Please do not try to, if you're trying to lose weight or get fit for another person, it's going to stress you out to the max. It's just going to cause such turmoil. I went through this twice. First time I got really, really skinny, I guess I could say, was for my ex-husband. And I was miserable. I was completely miserable. Like, there's been times I've shared my pictures of when I was smaller. I was miserable. The second time, when I first joined Thrive, and I had this amazing transformation pic, because the memory popped up today about it. And it was great and dandy. But again, I was not in the right headspace. So while those transformation pictures were wonderful, I gained it back because my mindset was not there. My heart was not there. I wasn't in the right place. Now I'm in a position where while I'm running for this Ultimate Thriver, it's a totally different thing. It's not about how skinny can I get. It's about how freaking badass I can be as a lifter, Any of you that have watched my stories or seen my videos and me posting up my lifts, listen, it's about being the badass mom that I can be lifting those weights. That's what this is about. And as I'm working on Operation Winning, it's just about influencing one person that needs to hear it. It's about showing one woman, one single mom that, hey, you are capable of doing anything because you are enough, and to not allow the world telling you different. And that is the reminder you need to tell yourself every single day, is that you are enough and you deserve all the good things. But be patient with it. Be patient with those wins. Be patient with those big wins that you're looking for. Because trust me, I would love nothing more as a single mom on a one household income. I would love nothing more than to have my car paid for every month. Love nothing more. But it's going to happen when it's at the right moment. I would love nothing more than to check off on my dream board to remodel my house. But it's going to happen at the right moment. Not at my moment, not at my timing. Because I can tell you right now, if I was worrying about Ashley time, I would have quit 3 years ago. I would have quit like the first 3 months that I joined Thrive, because I didn't make a single paycheck, did not thrive for free the first few months. People were not jumping in my inbox at the very beginning, guys. So just understand that. And then it took me another 9 months till I hit the first rank. I did not hit VIPs. So if you are solely focusing on because you didn't hit a certain rank or you didn't hit VIPs and that's the reason you need to quit, you need to check yourself. Why are you really doing this? You need to check your soul and your heart, because at the end of the day, it's about helping another person, giving them hope, letting them know that there is more to life than where they may be sitting right now. Because understand, your story or how you started is going to be the same story for somebody else that joins. I mean, I think about Karen. Had Kristen not shared her story about what it was like being a single mom at a young age and being a grandma and all that stuff, her and Karen wouldn't have had the connection that they have now. And that's why I loved when Britt said, lean onto a sister, a side sister. You don't always have to go to your upline. Lean onto a side sister. I mean, I was flattered that Brittany reached out to me and was like, listen, what do I do? Because I think that is important. Don't ever be afraid to go to another sideline sister and be like, hey, I just need advice. Like, I just need I have questions. Like, can you help me? There are times I go to Stacy because Stacy's been a single mom. She's remarried, and so like I ask her questions about like relationship stuff. I go to her or to Sarah because I'm like, listen, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm a whole hot disaster. Dating is scary as hell, but whatever. So I'm not always talking about business with them. I'm talking about real life things. Like, guys, at the end of the day, remember, you are still a human being. Yes, we promote the best system on the earth, okay? But at the same time, you are also still human. You are allowed, guess what, to like live life. You are allowed to have a normal life. Thrive is just an added bonus to what we have, to what your day-to-day is. And then the biggest thing that I will say too, when it comes to everything, when it's all said and done, make sure you are properly self-developing. And we say this every time, but it's got to be something that always has to be on the repeat. Because if you're not self-developing and self-developing by actually inputting what you are soaking in, whether it's from a podcast, a book, whatever it is that you do, a devotional, if you're not actually putting forth what you're listening to or what you are taking in, you are doing yourself a disservice. You're not doing us a disservice. You're not doing your upline a disservice. You are doing yourself a disservice. So, I mean, if you need help or need to know, like, what are some good podcasts? What are some good audiobooks? What are some good, devotionals? Like, privately message one of us. Like, if you can't get to your upline, definitely reach out to a side sister. And I guarantee you, like, there's a bunch of us that have so many great books that we have loved that have helped us. I remember before I hit 4K, Danielle shared about oh gosh, Like She Owns the Place. She shared about that book. Boom, I started listening to it and I was like, oh, I am so glad she shared that. Don't be afraid to ask, because honestly, we want to see you guys succeed. We want to see you win. Like, I am all about seeing everyone win and be the best version of themselves. And because I've known a lot of you ladies on here for a long time, seeing the glow ups internally has been beautiful. I'm not even just talking about the outward. Yes, everyone's outward is fantastic, but that inward glow up, oh my God, that's where it's at for me at this point. I'm in the season of those internal glow ups, because that, where you are like, I know I'm a rock star. I know I own this, and I'm just gonna strut myself like the bad mamma jamma that I am. That to me is more powerful than any outward glow up that I could possibly see, because you have gotten to that point in your life where you're like, yeah, who are me? This is me, and I know who I am, and I'm confident in who I am. And you're not needing that recognition or that affirmation from any other person, because you already know you're good. Now, the extra affirmation is wonderful, but you don't need it because you already know what you've got. And that's really where it is at the end of the day. So make sure when you are thinking about what you're setting yourself up for these next couple of months, make sure you are it's with full intention and with your heart, and not to impress anybody or to show off to anybody or to impress any of us. Nothing. Make sure it's about you, because that's really what matters. When you wake up and look at yourself in the mirror every single day, are you saying, I'm proud of you? Are you telling yourself that? Are you complimenting yourself every day? Are you telling yourself, I'm doing all that I can do to make this day fantastic? I'm showing up every single day, however you need to show up. Am I showing up every single day to be the best version of myself for other people to see? And if you can answer yes or no, then you know what you need to do. The answer is yes. You keep on going. You push further. You push even further past that comfort zone. And if it's no, then okay, what can we do to fix that? One of the biggest things that we've been telling you guys is like doing reels, like the TikToks. I can't tell you, those reels are powerful. Those reels like change the game. Like when I did that reel today, I was like, oh my God, who is this woman? Because a year ago, no. Guys, do a reel. Nah, not this one. No, thank you. Use the tips and the tools that we give you, because it's there to help you. Trust me, you will be very surprised on what those tips can do. You may think, oh, it's silly, or oh, I'm embarrassed, I'm shy. I'm shy too, guys. Contrary to what you might see, I'm shy too. And sometimes doing those reels are very much out of my comfort zone. But it's fun. It's something goofy and silly, and it doesn't necessarily always have to be about the business when you do those reels. Just enjoy it. Just make it fun. But be willing to challenge yourself. Be willing to step out of that comfort level. Be willing to step out of your box, because there is bigger and better out there when you put yourself in that situation, in that position. So that is all I got. Does the boss lady, Miss Jess, have anything, or are we good? Because otherwise, I will stop this, put it up for those that missed. And all right. So please make sure once I upload everything, just tag your team, let them know, hey, come watch this. But I am so thankful for you ladies so much. Like I see me and Britt, all of us leaders in here, we see the work that you guys are all putting forth. We see the hustle. We just know that this is a season that we're in that is just really about to blow all of our socks off, that I don't think we can even properly explain, but just trust it, and definitely, like Jess said, it's gonna be worth it. Don't compare what you're doing from the left to the right. Focus on the tunnel vision is real, guys. You want to build something big, like you gotta eyes on the prize. Okay, you just got to stay in it, and just understand, you're going to be so glad that you waited. You're going to be so glad that you went through all of that. Britt, did you have something, or are you good?
Nope, just trust the process. Wake up every day, we show up, we do the best that we can, and we trust the process, and we let God do the rest.
Thank you, ladies. Love you all. Have a good rest of your Monday.